Hi, as you can see in my Speak With Me video, I did a necklace with a black cord and a red glowing cabochon, and I thought it would be a nice idea to do some matching earrings. So you have to take 7 strings of black 1mm thread and fix the middle point of it, and middle point, I think it's something you just would say in Germany. It's the Mittelpunkt, and it's just the middle in English. Just take some time. And you start by doing double half hitches on each side, and you take them all together as a core and as a holding cord, and you just take one to another and do the double half hitches until you just have one cord left, which is the rolling cord. Do it to the end, and then you make the other side. I'm very tired right now. We got the 25th of December. Yesterday it was Christmas Day or Christmas evening, and we were out for a very nice dinner, and it was cool and a little bit funny because it was very high class there, and all people there are really classy, and all the women got ultra high perms and very expensive dresses, and all men were in tuxedo, and yeah, it was okay. The food was okay. It was not that special, but it was very expensive, and I was very grateful that I didn't had to pay it myself. So when you've done the first row, you separate the 2 cords in the very middle, and they will be the holding cords for your beads, and then you start to gather your cords and do double half hitches to the left until you reach the left one, to the last one, and this one you will not do as usual as a double half hitch, but you will make the first half hitch to the inner side, and then you will do the second half hitch to the outer side, and you will do it on the other side too. So yesterday, Christmas, I got a really amazing, great, beautiful pair of those from my boyfriend. I wanted them so much, and they are the Hawaiians with the fat chance belly dance decoration, and they're so amazing. They're really heavy, and they're polished, and their sound is so clean, and absolutely amazing. And I just forgot to take them with me because yesterday we first have been um, at the cinema and watched the new Star Wars movie, and then we were home at him, and I had the Christmas gifts, and then we had to go for the dinner, and I didn't want to take the bags with gifts and everything with me. So I forgot them at him, but at his. But he says, "Oh, I'm sorry," that he will bring them tomorrow, and then I can do the elastics and then try them and dance with them, and still heaven. So I hope you could see what I did, and I just got a little trick for the middle. And so if you come to the point where you have just the two holding cords and you want to connect them, if you would do a double half hitch as you do it all the time, then you would have the holding cord and the knotting cord or working cord would go first under the holding cord and around and then through the loop, and then you will pull it tight. But then it will look like one string is going over the under and the other under the other one. And if you just want to come the two lines together to build one whole line, it makes sense to do the double half hitch in a little different way, and you can just take the working cord and go over the holding cord and then under and through the loop from under. I hope you know what I mean. This will build a little bit of bead-shaped knot, and it will just connect the two lines that you have built with the macrame. Then I do a little bit of beadwork, and this is quite the most heavy part of these earrings. It takes a lot of time to string them all on. I use two sorts of 9/0 beads. The first one that you see here are just red, and the other ones have a silver core, so they are a little bit more shiny when light comes to it, and they just have a little different look. And I'll start with first string a pure red on every single cord that I have here. That not every, the two outer ones on the left and two outer ones on the right don't get any beads, but all in the middle will get one. After you've done this, you will start with the other color, which is actually another red color in my example, and you have to string them onto, and you will have, starting at the left, leave the first cord with just one bead. Then you take the second cord and you will add another bead, and then you take the next one and you will again string on just one other bead, and then you will string 2 on the next and 3 on the next, so you have 1, 2, 2, 3 and 4 beads, and you do the same on the right too, and then you've got it. For the point that you didn't understand what I tried to tell you, I just let the video running and let you see what I do and where the beads will be placed. As I mentioned, we were in Star Wars yesterday, and it was so amazing. I didn't thought of that. I don't want to spoiler you. Maybe you didn't see it, or you just want to see it and didn't have the chance to so far. And oh my god, I was, maybe when I grew up or when I was a child, I was absolutely into Star Wars, and my daddy showed it to me, and it was so cool with Luke and Leia and Darth Vader, who was the absolutely evil but somehow cool in his own way. And it's something like they are knights, they are Jedi knights, they have swords, but they don't live in medieval times, but in future times, or just in times where they got spaceships and big things they built in the galaxy. And there were the Ewoks. I love the Ewoks. And I also did see the Ewok movies. I have to watch them again. I didn't see them for a whole long time. And then there, like, I hope everybody of you knows that the old Star Wars movies are part 4, 5 and 6, and then they did the prequel, like part 1, 2 and 3, or episode 1, 2 and 3, and they were so lame, and everybody hated them. I don't, maybe not hated, but it was, the thing was just, it was not that Star Wars like you were used to it, and you just knew what will happen. Hey, Anakin will be Darth Vader. Ooh, who would have thought about it? It was, you just know it because you just saw the movies, and you saw what will come afterwards. So no. And because of that, I was not really I didn't wanted to look the videos too much. I knew some people who were just, oh my god, it's the premiere and I'm at the first row in the cinema and I will watch it. And in an original voices and everything, and me not. I just thought of, okay, maybe someday we'll watch it because maybe it's just as boring as episode 1 to 3, and I'm totally out of the whole Star Wars thing, and maybe it's just not my time. Star Wars was cool, but now I don't like it anymore or something. It doesn't catch me. And then my boyfriend wrote on Facebook that he will mute everybody on his timeline who will spoil from the movie, and I just have to go. You probably want to know what I'm doing there, and I just put on all the beads and do triple half hitches, because it will be very deformed if you just do double half hitches, and triple half hitches are just one half hitch and another, and again another, just 3. So my boyfriend told people to keep quiet about what happens in Star Wars, because he thought of, oh my god, I will not see it until the end of January. And then I thought of, he's got his holidays on December 23, maybe we can then, but that was his last working day and no chance. And then I asked if he would like to go to the cinema at December 24. And so we were at 11:45 at 11:45 noon and went to the cinema, and it was so cool because it was 2D. I absolutely can't stand 3D because I just can't see it and have to pay much more for it. And it's not that I somehow can see it, but it's not the ultra cool effect that I want to have when I pay double the price. So we went to the cinema, and then we sat there, and you know the beginning of all Star Wars movies, when you have the Star Wars logo and then the text running down like far, far away in a galaxy far away, blah. And the music starts, and it was like boom, and the tears ran down my face. Oh my god. Oh my god. And it went so on. You have I don't want to spoiler you, but you will have really some moments where you have absolutely the old Star Wars movies, and where you have elements from the old movies, and you're the whole time about, wow, that I know that, oh my god, this is amazing, yeah. And you want to give applause during the movie, and I don't know, I really cry very often when you have very sad scenes in movies where people die, and or which is us just so um, so epic that you just can't control your feelings, and or that are very meaningful to me, like The Last Unicorn. I cry every time I watch The Last Unicorn, and I once watched it in cinema, and I never cried as often in this movie as then. It was so powerful. And Star Wars Episode 7 was just like that. I absolutely did not think of this would take me with it so much. So if you are a little bit into Star Wars, and if you just like the old movies but are not that much into episode 1, 2, 3, just look 7. It's so cool. I really didn't saw of that when I bought the tickets. Absolutely not. So you are probably just watching what I do, and you have to string them down and gather them, the cords, so that you will have 2 strands of coming from the left and from the right, and the working cord that you will pull around the left cords, you will do a half hitch to the outside and then to the inside, and then you will take this working cord from the right and from the left and do another middle knot, or how you would call it, with that, just like I do at the end of 2 lines to gather them, instead of give the feeling that one goes over the other. And when you have this and you think you're already done, oh no. You will have to start stringing on the beads now, and I did 5 beads on every strand, and it was the hardest thing on it for it, because it just took forever. And when you string them on and bring it to its position, then you can take a pin and put it right through the cord. You will see it. I want to ask you, like I did today, talking to you about things I've done and field or whatever, thoughts, themes I'm thinking about. even if my English is not the ultra best, maybe I can do something like that for speakramies, just talking, and if you don't want to hear it, then you just mute the sound, because you just hear your own music or something. Nobody forces you to listen what I say. And yes, just an idea. Maybe you liked it and you want to know a little bit of personal information about the person that shows you this macrame tutorials. So, like you see here, I just stick the pin through the cord, just at the point where I want the knot to be, and then I just loop it and pull the end through it and over the pin, and then you will have the knot absolutely at the right position. And I did not make the tassel ends all the same length. I thought of it would be quite nice when it would be a little bit of messy. So after you did the knots, you just cut them and melt them down like you would ever do. This would hold the beads in place, and yes, this will be the result. And then you just take a jump ring and an ear hook and connect it with the jump ring you used right at the beginning, and then you will have your earrings. Have fun with it, and don't forget to stay connected with my YouTube channel.